Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. All right, NASCAR Xfinity Series, we have the Pennzoil 150 on the famed Brickyard, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on the road course. This is the second year the Xfinity Series is raced on the road course. It'll be the inaugural race for the Cup Series. I know in previous years, the Brickyard race has kind of been lackluster, and then the attendance has been down, so they decided to put it on the road course this year. Something different. I like the idea, but what I would also like to see happen is to do a double, is make Indy a double. So one day you run on the road course, one day you run on the old famous speedway. That way you get the best of both worlds. Do it in May, so do it the week before Indianapolis. That way you have fans that come in for the weekend before, work with IndyCar, and have practice or qualifying or have something going on that week. So literally fans can come in, spend an entire week in Indianapolis, take in the 2 NASCAR races, stay the week for qualifying, etc., and then have the Indianapolis 500 the following week. It's definitely something I'd love to see them do. But you know what? We're going to go over this current race and go from there. So it's Pennzoil 150. It's 151.218 miles to be exact. 62 laps, 3 stages, 20, 20, and 22. Through 20 races, there are 6 races left in the regular season for the Xfinity Series. Austin Cindric with 4 wins has an 80-point lead for the regular season championship. With 6 races left, unless he has a monumental collapse, he should be the regular season champion. Second in points right now is A.J. Allmendinger with 2 wins. Third is Daniel Hemrick. He's plus 259 to the cut line. Fourth in points is Justin Allgaier with 2 wins. Fifth is Harrison Burton, plus 205 to the cut line. Sixth is Jeb Burton with 1 win. Then we have Justin Haley, plus 161. Noah Gragson, plus 135. Brandon Jones, plus 74. Jeremy Clements, plus 40. Michael Annett, plus 30. And then Myatt Snyder with a win as 12th in points. Outside looking in, we have Riley Hurst minus 30, Brendan Brown minus 45, Ryan Sieg minus 85, Tommy Joe Martin, Alex LeMay, Landon Castle, and Brett Moffitt are all over 150 points out with 6 races left. I think it's going to be hard for them to point their way in. They are the ones that are in the top 20 that have made all the races. So if one of them could sneak a victory over the next 6 races, they could get in because they're in the top 20 points with a win. We come off that race at Watkins Glen last week. We all know how talented Ty Gibbs is. I've seen a lot of stuff online where he should just skip the Xfinity Series and go full-time racing in the Cup Series. I disagree with that. I think he needs a couple years, full seasons in the Xfinity Series. He needs to race a full season to see what it's like. Because racing 10, 12 races, 15 races, whatever he's going to have this year, yeah, he's won 3 races and 3 out of 10. But if you do that over a full season, that's only like 10, 12, 10, 11 wins. Is he really going to do that over a full season, or is he going to go through those struggles? I think 2 full years in the Xfinity Series and then to the Cup Series, which actually for Joe Gibbs Racing, the 20 cars open for 2022 in the Xfinity Series. 2 years from now, is Kyle Busch going to want to retire? Is MTG, Martin Truex Jr. going to want to retire? That would open a seat up for him possibility in the Cup Series. If not, maybe Denny Hamlin moves to 23-11, that opens a seat up. Speaking of Ty Gibbs, that 54 car is as hot can get. That 54 car has won 4 straight races, 6 of 7, 8 of 10, of the 8 of the last 10 races, 9 altogether, with 3 different drivers. Kyle Busch, 5 wins. Ty Gibbs, 3 wins. Christopher Bell, 1 win. And Ty Gibbs will be in the car at the Indy Road Course. Last year at this Indy Road Course, the first race, Chase Briscoe in the 98 won it, followed by Justin Haley, Noah Gragson, A.J. Allmendinger, and Austin Cindric. If we look at the 5 road courses for the Xfinity Series in 2021, Austin Cindric is average of 6.4. Justin Haley is 7.8. A.J. Allmendinger, 8.8 with a win. Michael Annett, 9.4. Now, Ty Gibbs. He has averaged 9.5 with 2 wins. Both of those wins came in the 54. His one bad race was in the 81 at Road America. He finished 35th. That's what brought his average down. So of his 9 of his 10 races have been in the 54. He's had 6 top 3s, 8 top 10s, and he's currently actually 18th in points overall. So when he's in that 54, he does well. His worst finish was when he was in the 81, which wasn't the car's fault. It was just a broken transmission. Shit happens, you know. That's going to happen in a full. If you're in a full season, stuff like that's going to happen. Brandon Jones is averaged at 10th. Jet Burton at 10.6. Harrison Burton 12.0. The neat thing about Harrison Burton, in those 5 road course races, 6th, 6th, 38th, 5th, 5th. The other 2 wins went to Kyle Busch. Again, that 54 car. So based on what has happened on the road courses throughout the 5 races this year so far, the Indy road course last year, and then obviously last week at Watkins Glen, my picks to win at Indy will be Kaulig Racing, which is AJ Allmendinger, Justin Haley, and Jet Burton, Ty Gibbs, and Austin Cindric. On the season, for the ARCA Series, I am 2-0. For the Xfinity Series, I am 10-10. For the Truck Series, I'm 5-10. And for the Cup Series, I'm 7-16. So, if you look at... I'm picked typically for this race, I pick Kaulig Racing. So, I got 5 out of 38 I pick it. Normally, I pick 3 out of 38. So, very few odds of me be able to pick right. And I've done it quite a few times. I know some of you are like, well, there's only certain cars that can win. Well, I know that. But regardless, that's, I don't think it's too bad. I've had fun doing these videos, and we'll continue doing the rest of the season. I'm going to have playoff preview for the Truck Series coming up in a couple weeks. And for the first time ever, right here on Robert Sports Show, I'm going to do the NTT IndyCar Series preview. It is a doubleheader weekend with the IndyCar Series this weekend in Indianapolis. On Saturday, we have the IndyCar Big Machines, Spike Coolers Grand Prix, and the Pennzoil 150. So stay tuned to Robert Sports Show for the preview of the NTT IndyCar Series and the NASCAR Cup Series. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.